Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint Germain family. Paris Saint Germain, Paris Saint Germain, Paris Saint Germain. Set to face Liverpool. Last game was the biggest game of the season. This game is definitely the new biggest game of the season, and much bigger. We pulled out with an elite performance. The clinicality and putting the ball into the net led us to lose the game because, Liverpool pushed up. Alisson, great long ball, got the goal at the end. But we're not here to talk about the first leg. We're here to talk about the second leg. The confidence that me, as a Paris Saint Germain fans, and a lot of Paris Saint Germain fans have, is very great. We knew that we would perform well versus Liverpool. We knew that this was pretty much a 55-45, even a 50-50 game for some PSG fans. A lot of Liverpool fans believe the opposite. They came into that first leg thinking, Paris Saint-Germain are some stat padders, and we haven't done it against a big team, and we lost against Arsenal and Atletico Bayern, which is completely irrelevant. It was basically, 6 months ago. We performed really well. And us as PSG fans, our confidence it's probably gone up. Because it's only 1-0. Obviously, you want to get a result at home going to Anfield, but if you told me you're playing Liverpool in only one-legged tie at Anfield, would you beat them? 100%. 100%. And this is not arrogance, this is confidence. All Paris Saint-Germain fans obviously should be believing, and I do think every Liverpool fan obviously should be believing that they will go through. The reasons for it, for me, is the main problem. Liverpool fans' reasons is they have 6 Champions Leagues, Paris Saint-Germain have 0. They're going to play at Anfield. They play their worst and still won, which just means they're going to obliterate us at Anfield, which makes absolutely zero sense. All I know is Paris Saint-Germain's performance, just performance, how they pressed, how they had the ball, everything, transgression, could give it like a 9. Liverpool, abysmal. One of the worst UCL performances I've seen from a big team. One of the worst Liverpool UCL performances in their entire history. I'll give it like a 1. Liverpool are obviously not going to be a 1. First of all, they do not want to play like that again. So there will be a lot of anger. Second of all, they played against Paris Saint-Germain, which means they are slightly more used to playing against Paris Saint-Germain. Third of all, they're going to play at Anfield. Fourth of all, you could say that they're 1-0 a bit comfortable. Well, a 1-goal margin isn't that big, which for me believes Liverpool's performance will go up to at least a 5 or 6. Paris Saint-Germain maybe drops down to like a 7.5. What that means is Paris Saint-Germain is still going to be the superior side versus Liverpool. Paris Saint-Germain are still going to have more of the ball. Paris Saint-Germain are still going to create more chances and concede less chances than Liverpool in this game. The main thing is just taking your chances, which has been, a huge problem in many Paris Saint-Germain games. We don't take our chances. We don't take our chances. We don't take our chances. When you don't take your chances, you lose. Win a game when you don't take your chances. Maybe you can fugazi yourself a draw, which we nearly did. We didn't fugazi it, but you know what I mean. Despite all of the missed chances. So for me, Liverpool, go there. First 10, 15, 20 minutes, we gotta push. We have to push Liverpool the first 20 minutes and get an early goal. For 2 reasons. First of all, you get the goal, it's 1-1. It's 1-1. We don't have to think about, we need to come back. That goes away from the head. Second of all, when the first goal gets in, the confidence for scoring more gets up. In the first game versus Liverpool, if we got a first goal early on, let's say Joao Neves scored the chance, I believe we would have scored like 2, 3, 4 goals after that. Because the first goal is always the toughest. When the first goal goes in, the entire team starts believing we can score against the team. And the confidence of the Liverpool players goes down because they believe they can score more. So for me, we have to push. We have to push the first 15, 20 minutes to get an early goal at Anfield. Liverpool, on the other side, probably will do the same. Because they will want that 2-0 cushion. Because 1-0 is not enough. If they push out and get an early goal, like a Salah, Fugazi goal, a corner kick, something like that, they can then sit back and definitely play very good football on the counter-attack. They will feel way more mentality comfortable. 2-0, let's defend and let's kill them off. One more and the tie could potentially be done. That will be Liverpool's plan. That will be Paris Saint-Germain's plan. So whoever gets the first goal, especially if it's early on in the first half, is going to be crucial in this upcoming game. If I would give a percentage how I feel about this game, I would give Paris Saint-Germain going through I could give it a 50-50. I think there's a large likelihood Liverpool will go through. I think there's a large likelihood Paris Saint Germain will go through for many different reasons. Maybe slightly higher Paris Saint Germain, just because how good we are. But the unclinicality is something, you know, we cannot run away from. We cannot run away from. And I do hope, I pray that's not a problem in the Anfield leg. Because if we do have a problem, maybe we get one goal, it's 1-1, tired legs, and then it's about who has a better bench. I'm very confident in the bench that we have. Liverpool are probably confident in their bench, especially how they changed the game last time with Harvey Elliott and Nunes, and then extra time and everything. And you don't want to go into extra time. You don't want to go into a penalty shootout, especially in a away ground. They will feel the atmosphere. That's when the atmosphere and Anfield will push them if this game goes to extra time or penalties, which is something I'm potentially prepared for. Both of these teams want to go through. One thing, though, with Paris Saint Germain and Liverpool, I would say the Paris Saint Germain players and Paris Saint Germain as a club this season want to go through from this tie and want to win the Champions League more than Liverpool. I know that Liverpool potentially could put the Premier League to the side because they have such a big point cushion, especially after today when Arsenal drew. But that still doesn't mean I think that they want it more. I think our Paris Saint Germain players, they want this more. They want to go through more than Liverpool, because they know how good they are. Liverpool, they know they're having some of a special season. It will be pretty much the last season, potentially, of Salah, Van Dijk, Trent, first season of Arne Slot. You know, there will be a lot of squad building in the upcoming summer. So this is like an end of an era. Sure, Klopp left, but the majority of that squad is still here. Robertson may even leave after this season. They feel like this is the last season. But because especially when it comes to Premier League clubs, especially a club like Liverpool, who obviously before winning the last Premier League hadn't won one in 30 years, they really want to get that Premier League title. And I think that's nearly like enough for them. Like, they've performed so well in the Premier League. They have such a great point cushion. The hunger, the motivation is less there. You can't say this for Paris Saint Germain because we're winning the league every single time. Every single time. We do obviously still have a huge hunger to go unbeaten for the rest of the season, but that's something we have to continue to accomplish. That's something we're still hungry about. There's nothing that's made Paris Saint Germain comfortable this season, especially after the start in the Champions League group stage. This is something mentally you have to think about. Liverpool cruised through the group stage. They never felt how it was being a bad team or losing. This Paris Saint Germain team started with defeats. They started with bad moments. They started with losing to Arsenal. Do you know how embarrassing that is? That's one of the most embarrassing defeats in this club's history. Losing to Arsenal, especially in the manner we lost to them. Conceding 2 fugazi goals, Arsenal stood back and we cannot create a single chance against them. It was completely embarrassing. And all that is still intact in the PSG players' mind. Not for the Liverpool players, though. The Liverpool players, they were just cruising through the Premier League this season. I think they've only lost once to the Nottingham Forest, cruising through the Champions League, finishing in first place. And then, stumbling block. Wow. This is not just a team that's better than us. This is a team that's so much better than us. I even saw Arne Slot's comments in a press conference. Like, he just can't understand this Paris Saint Germain team, especially when it comes to the intensity. Like, we are so good with the ball. But I think the thing that makes us so dangerous to other teams is that we're so good off the ball. Like, we can have an elite attack. You win it. And then we win it back from a counter press. And then we start another attack. I think the mental game has already been won by Paris Saint Germain. They know that they can beat this Liverpool team. The Liverpool players, sure, they got the win, they got the victory. But is there belief there? Is there belief from the Liverpool players? Because there's a difference between, having slightly less performance, having slightly less shots, but being completely dominated as in the sense, I don't know if the Liverpool players have the belief that they can beat this Paris Saint Germain team. I don't think they have the belief that they can outperform this Paris Saint Germain team. I don't think so. The only Liverpool fans that have said it is because of pure delusion and copiism, and where Liverpool are the best and Paris Saint Germain is this trash team from Ligue 1. But if we're being completely honest, after watching that game, it's going to be replayed now. I don't care if it's Anfield, if it's Mars, if it's on the moon, if it's, I don't know, wherever it is. This game is going to be replayed. And Paris Saint Germain are going to outperform Liverpool. The only thing that can save Liverpool is if Paris Saint Germain are unclinical as well, as unclinical as they were in the last game. And for all of these reasons, that's why I'm firmly believing Paris Saint Germain will get the victory. Obviously, I'm a Paris Saint Germain fan, which means I'm always going to back my team. I'm confident. But this Paris Saint Germain team is potentially the best Paris Saint Germain team I've seen. Liverpool fans can't say the same. They've seen way better Liverpool. Not maybe wait, this is still a great Liverpool team, but they've seen better Liverpool sides. And they've never been outperformed like this. You want to call it an on-off day? You want to call, the Liverpool players just had a bad performance? It was their day. They didn't play a game, that game, and this game, and there, and the excuses here, and him there, and la 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 there, and Jota came back from injury. You can use all the excuses you want. But every person that watched that game saw one great team and one not so great team. And that's exactly what we'll be watching in the upcoming game at Anfield. What I can say is good luck to Liverpool and may the best team win. I really hope Liverpool challenges this time. I really hope so. I don't want to say on the post-match podcast when we've gone through and it's like Liverpool have had 2 shots and just sat back the entire game and we're completely garbage again. Please give us a test because we're not here to beat Liverpool. We're here to win the Champions League, the first one in our history. Do you know the hunger that we have? You always mention 6-0. You have 6, we have an 0. Yeah, do you know how hungry we are? You have 6, you're comfortable. Do you know how hungry we are for that Champions League? Do you think we'll go to Anfield and, I don't know, concede a goal and then like chill back on, we got 6 UCLs, it's calm? No, we won that Champions League. This entire team wants that Champions League. Luis Enrique wants that Champions League. Nasser Khalifi has spent over 1.5 billion in this team, wants a Champions League. And all Paris Saint Germain fans want that Champions League. The hunger, the willingness, and the motivation that Paris Saint Germain has eclipses anything that the Liverpool fans, Liverpool as a club, and the Liverpool players have. Paris Saint Germain is going to win and beat Liverpool 4-2 at Anfield, send them home, and going into the quarterfinals of the Champions League and potentially lifting their first Champions League in their entire history. That's been it from my boy PSGINT. And as usual, allez, Paris.